Hi guys, it's John Girl 4, and there's been a certain subject that's been crossing my mind for a very, very long time. And it's mainly concerning about cartoons and how cartoons may be sending a bad message to kids. Like, of course, some people might take this not really that seriously, and oh, don't be so serious about GG4, it's just a joke, but still, you never know, it could be sending kids a bad message. Now, haven't you noticed that, like, every single, like, new Cartoon Network show or Nickelodeon show that they have, they always just have this random show with a family, and they always make the parents act like complete idiots? No, I'm serious. Like every single cartoon show that's on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, they always have a parent, and they make them act like complete and utter idiots. I mean, seriously. And I think that it's sending a bad message to kids. Because what this message is teaching kids is saying that, oh, parents are stupid, or that's telling kids that, oh, parents are stupid, and the kids are far more smarter and superior than them. And that's a really bad message because you want to know what that's going to do? It's going to make kids think they are more smarter and superior than them. It's going to make them disobey their parents, which is really, really bad. And there's always those shows called like with The Simpsons and The Very Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron where they have the parents act like idiots. Well, then again, I shouldn't put Jimmy Neutron in there. The Jimmy Neutron, like, the parents were kind of dumb, but they didn't act like complete idiots. They were at least somewhat decent parents. You know, I shouldn't put Jimmy Neutron there. Jimmy Neutron's not a bad show. The parents aren't too bad. Plus, when Jimmy sneaked out in the movie, it's because, you know, they thought he was asleep. They didn't know that he was sneaking out. Jimmy was very stealth, so I shouldn't blame them. It wasn't even that obvious. So, yeah. So, never, I'm just going to close the door. So, just never mind that I said Jimmy Neutron. Just never mind I said that. But what I meant to say is that like shows like The Very Odd Parents and The Simpsons are really the type of shows that I think are bad for children. Because you must be wondering, why, John Girl 4, why are you putting The Simpsons in there? Simpsons isn't even a show for kids. It's for adults. Well, believe it or not, there used to be a time when The Simpsons were for kids. Yes, believe it or not, The Simpsons used to be for kids, and then they turned it into an adult show for some weird reason. Speaking of shows that were meant to be adult shows, that like the same exact opposite happened to SpongeBob. Do you know that SpongeBob was originally supposed to be a show for adults on Adult Swim, but then they had to put it on Nickelodeon? Really interesting, crossed my mind. But anyway, that's the point. And you know that, and I really find that it's rather bad because you never know, it could be sending kids a bad message, and I really think that it should stop because of stuff like that keeps happening, and if TV keeps teaching kids that parents are bad, then all it's going to do is break families, which is really bad because the most important bond you could have is with a family member. And it's just really, really dumb, and I just don't think that they should keep doing that. And the worst part of it is that out of all the family members, the father seems to be the most stupidest one. And that can obviously be seen in the Fairly Odd Parents and Simpsons because, you know, the parents are both extremely idiotic. You know, like, the dad works at a pencil factory and he's just, you know, and he treats his son like a bag of potato chips. I mean, it's just really, really dumb. And Bart Simpson too. He's really stupid. He even tried to choke his son in one scene in the movie. Like, sure, I know these are all little jokes to make us laugh, but when you look at it in a certain way, it can be serious, and kids might look at it in a different way, and they might not think of it as a joke. They might be all like, "Whoa, maybe this show's right. Maybe my parents are stupid. Maybe I'm a more superior one." You never know. That could happen. Plus, Plus, I personally think that should really stop happening. And I feel as if more and more cartoons are losing their value. And that's probably why My Little Pony is so popular because, you know, so many cartoons are bad and so many cartoons are losing their value that it's just so hard to find a show that has a good value anymore. I mean, it's just really hard to find a show that is genuinely good for not only you, but for your kids. And I honestly think that they should stop that. They should just like stop having that. And even the Little Mermaid too. It could be saying that the Little Mermaid could be saying that, oh, if you disobey your parents, then good things will happen. I mean, I just take this into consideration. I just really think that they should stop. It's really about it. Bye.